Hi friends, today we are going to learn how to perform various operations on static drop-downs on web page. So usually the forms are used to capture information from the end users. So these web forms will have different web elements. So on the GUI, like text box, drop-downs, checkboxes, header buttons, etc. So as part of this topic, so when the word static means, so the drop downs populates with the static value which do not change. So static values do not change. So let's understand this little bit by looking at one of the example in facebook.com site. So we have birthday where we need to give day, month and year. If you open these drop downs, you have some values which are static and which are not going to change. So how these values are provided in the HTML? Let's right click on one of the drop down and select inspect. See here in HTML, we have select tag to create a drop down list with one or more options. So if you expand this select, you can see options are provided using option tag. So these are option tags and which is having value attribute and you can provide the value here. So in WebDriver, we have select class. We have select class using which we can perform various operations on drop downs. Let's go to Eclipse, create a fresh class for handling or understanding the static drop downs. Drop down example. So I'll give the class name as drop down example and select public static void main. Click on finish. Let me copy the Chrome browser code and paste it in the drop down example. Let me change the google.com to facebook.com and Google Word. So we are printing Google launched in Chrome browser. Now we have to change the Google to Facebook. Once the Facebook is launched, it prints this message on the console. Now let's understand. So now we are talking about select class. Now select class handles all the various operations on drop down boxes. Now to perform these operations, we have to create an object for select class. How we will create on object for class? Select the class name and provide the object name. So I give object name as day. I'm going to uh, use day drop down box, new and select. So we have created an object for select class. So as there is a error message, let me take the cursor to select and it is showing import select class related packages. But still there's some error it is showing on the new select. So when I take the cursor to this new select, it populates the suggestion and also the suggestion contains quick fix available. Add argument to match select and we have to pass the web element in this select class. So that we need to pass the element, the drop down box location in as part of this select class. Let's go to and see we have name, we have ID, we have title. So let's use this control F and I'm going to use the ID attribute. In CS selector, what we do, we use hash which represents the ID and just the value. Now if you see and I press enter in this find box, it is highlighting the day drop down box. And is also, if you see, we have received only one response because the ID with the value day is unique on the web page. Now let's copy this say selector file, and within this select driver dot find element by dot css selector, within the double quotes pass this value. Now the day object, the object which you have created for the day drop down, will help us to access all the methods under select class. Now let's understand what are the methods available under select class. I'm using object name dot. When I press dot, you can see all the methods available here. So if you want to select, if you want to select any option or value in drop down, we need to use select by index, select by value, or select by visible text. So we also have some other things, like for example, if you see is multiple, get options. So there are various other options also. There are various options: get first selected option, get class, get all selected options. So deselect also means if the multiple values are selected in the drop downs, if the drop down allows multiple, then the deselect all, deselect by index, deselect by value, deselect by visible text can be used to deselect the value which you are providing by index or by value or by visible text or by all. Now, so let's understand whether it is allowing, it allows multiple or not. I will let me understand is multiple or not. Let me. So this is multiple returns, it's multiple returns Boolean value. Because I'm just saying it is a condition. It tells that whether the drop down allows multiple selection or not. Let me execute it and check it. Yeah, it's opening facebook.com. Yeah, it's opened facebook.com. Now let's close this and check it. See here the false. It means day drop down doesn't allow multiple value selection. Clear? Now let's look at now let me comment this and select some value. So in Facebook by default 5, the day drop down is populated with value 5, and month is populated with September, and year is populated with 1993. Now for example, if you want to understand the default value which is selected, so we have to use day dot get first selected option. So this this will return the web element. Web element. So day selected equal to, let me import the web element related packages. So let me print the day selected now. Day or selected day. Here place day Let me execute this code and check it. So let's go back to see here. It is showing the complete selected day, but it is not in a text format. It is still not a text format because we are still printing the element itself. Now we have to use dot get text method to print the value which is selected by default. Again, let's go and execute it. Yeah, it's launching the browser and opening facebook.com. Yeah, it's opened the facebook.com. Let's go to Eclipse. See here, the selected day is 5. So get first selected option is used for retrieving the default selected value. There is one more thing. Now, for example, if you want to understand all the options which are available in the day drop down, all the options means all the values which are available. So this returns, see if you see here, so this returns, if you take the cursor on the get options, it returns list of web elements, So what I have it is list web element, and the list name is day, or I'll say days. So sorry. So let me take the cursor on import Java util, and now let's understand what are the options available under day dropdown. So let's look at the advanced for loop web element, and I'll say dd, sorry, days. Now print this sys out. Within the sys out, I'm using dd dot get text. Now let's execute this. Now here what I will do is option should be within double quotes. So this is the label which I want to give to the values. Now let's execute this and verify the options which are under day dropdown. It's launching facebook.com. Now let's go here. See, oh, it's printing. It's printing everything on all the options on. We have launched Facebook, launched in Chrome browser. Selected day is default value is 5, and after that option day 1 2 3 4, all the values which are there in day drop down box. So this is how we need to identify or understand the values which are available in day drop down or any drop down. Now let's understand. Now if you want to select the value, select the option which is there in drop down. So we again the object name dot select. You see here we have select by index, select by value, select by visible text. So there are three options available to select the value or the option in drop down. In the similar way, we also have deselect option, but this deselect option is available to deselect the value which you have selected. So if there are multiple options you have selected, then you can deselect all, deselect by index one of the value, deselect by value. So you can use that. So let's understand select by index now. So I want to select the value which is at index 12, which is in at index 12. Now let me comment all this whole stuff. Yeah. Now after this, I want to use sysout to check they dot get first selected. Sorry, get first selected options or get first selected option dot get text. So here itself I want to print it. So now when I have selected it, whether the selected option should be printed or not. So let me execute it again. So it displays, it prints the current selected value. Now we are changing it to the value at whatever is there at index 12. Yeah. Now the default file is changed to 12. Now if I go to the console, see here, it's printed 12 only. So whatever is there at that index 12, I want to print the same thing. I want to get the retrieve the same thing. Now let's do one more thing. Let's create an object for month dropdown. Use select, and I want to use month, new select. Within the select, now we need to locate month dropdown. So what is there for month? Any name or okay. For month, yeah, select saving title name equal to birthday month, id equal to month. So let's use this name itself now. Now within this driver dot find by element by dot name. Within this name, provide this value. Now we should be able to do some operations on month dropdown month. Now let's use another option. We have used by index option. Now we use select by value. Now this value you can find at, now go to month. See here, if you expand this, you can see option tag contains the value. This is the attribute, value is the attribute and it contains some value. Now, for example, if you give this value, it will select the option which is there at this 5 attribute level. Now let's go and check it in the, no, I want to, because set by value accepts string, so I'm saying value. Now again I want to print. Say, let's say this is day or selected day. Yes. Now in the similar fashion again, let me use this whole statement. I want to print this also here. Selected month. Instead of day, let me use it to month object name. Okay. Now again execute it now. Yep. It's launching the browser, opening facebook.com. Yeah, the default value 12, and now it changed to May. So 5 changed to 12 and September changed to May month. So now go back and see the selected day is 12 and selected month is May. So select by value is working fine. Now let's go and understand one more option, select by visible text. So for we will apply this method on year. So year drop down, new select. So with now again go and find the unique value for unique attribute and value for year drop down. So let's use the title here. Well, let's try this with the XPath. Title equal to year. Sorry. Yes. Copy this. Driver dot find element by dot XPath within double quotes. Paste it here. Now try select by visible text. What is the visible text? So the value which you can see it. So now I want to print 2005, or I want to select 2005. The default 1993 is selected, but now I want to select 2005. So again, let me use this. Let me get first selected option to see whether it has been selected or not. Again, change the object name to year. Again, execute it. Java application. Yes, 5 changed to 12 May 2005. Yeah, it's working. Close this and come back. Yeah, if you see it in the console, the three values which we have selected in the three drop downs is displayed correctly. So we have used select by index, select by value, select by visible text. We have used methods like whether it is multiple selection option is enabled or not, whether all the means whether what is the default value selected using get first selected option, and what are the values or the options available, so using get options method. So these are the some of the options and operations which we can perform on drop down box. Thanks for watching this video.